Hey, it's Tom
and Mike
from Take Time to Travel.
Today, we're going to show you some of our favorite things to do along Puerto Vallarta's Malecon and Los Muertos beach. From strolling along the picturesque white sand beaches to trying some of its best restaurants and patios and exploring the various markets and street vendors. There's also many cool waterfront sculptures and artwork to check out. And of course, you can't forget the Malecon's vibrant nightlife. Puerto Vallarta's Los Muertos beach and the Malecon have so much to see, do, and eat that you can't try it all. But hopefully, this travel guide will help give you some ideas on what to do on your trip to Puerto Vallarta.
During our amazing week-long vacation, we were lucky enough to have this view overlooking the beach at this phenomenal Airbnb. It was the perfect base for us to explore the area to see what makes Puerto Vallarta so special. So without further ado, let's head out the back gates and check it out.
Just next to our building was this cool looking restaurant, but we're going to be heading upstairs to try another gorgeous beachfront terrace called Mari Vino. To get there, you just turn the corner here by the Playa Los Arcos Hotel Beach Resort and Spa, which has this absolutely lovely pool. What a wonderful looking hotel. Love the water features.
But let's go check out the water features at Mari Vino's Terrace, which is located just up these stairs. On the one side you have this giant 2-story palapa and this cool looking bar. But the best part is this absolutely stunning beachfront terrace with the dining tables placed directly in shallow water, and it wraps around the entire front of the restaurant. Wow, such a cool concept. Love it. It's an excellent way to stay cool on those perfect warm 29-degree days in Puerto Vallarta. After we took off our shoes, we stepped down into the refreshing water and made our way over to our phenomenal table right at the glass railing. What a cool experience. We sat down and enjoyed the picture-perfect views of the pier, the beach, and the ocean. Now that's relaxing. It feels like we're truly on vacation.
I tried the Agua Santa, which is a tropical and refreshing mango and kiwi drink with Don Julio Reposado tequila, and Tom tried the Margarita Classica. I really enjoyed the Agua Santa and would definitely order it again. We also got these complimentary tortilla chips with 3 different dips, which was a nice touch. We also ordered the crab tacos, which were topped with a shrimp and chipotle sauce, which I did not enjoy. We also ordered the guacamole, which came with some pico de gallo and a small portion of tortilla chips. We did, however, enjoy the guacamole. We just found the food here expensive for what you get, even though all of the prices in Puerto Vallarta included the taxes. Nevertheless, we did really enjoy the view, the atmosphere, and the cocktails, and would definitely recommend this place for a drink.
But let's keep going and try another delightful beachfront patio just next door. This beautiful terrace also just has the Malecon walkway separating it from the beach and is located on the 2nd floor of this building. It's called IK Mixology Bar and Cuisine. Let's head up the stairs now and check it out. It features this neat tree-like structure covering the bar and these cool branch-covered booths. Again, we were lucky enough to get an amazing booth right by the railing with incredible views overlooking the pier, the beach, and the Malecon. Wow, what a gorgeous perspective.
I started with a nice cold Corona beer, and Tom tried the Tropicoco, which is a creamy combination of rum, coconut, mango, pineapple, and mint with rosemary bitter, which we both enjoyed very much. To start, we tried the popcorn breaded shrimp, which was served with a couple sauces. Then, Tom decided to try the Margarita Classica. Next, we got some complimentary buns. For the main course, I had the catch of the day, which I think was mahi-mahi, oven-baked with white wine served with mashed potato, turnip, and veg. And Tom had the sautéed shrimp with pina colada sauce served with couscous and vegetables. Next, Tom decided to try one of their strawberry margaritas. Overall, we loved every part of our meal and would definitely recommend IK Bar.
If you head just out front of IK Bar, you'll also find this pretty little beachfront seating area, which on one of the days we were there had this sign. I guess someone was getting married. But let's not get distracted by the beautiful sand beach and keep going along the Malecon pathway, over towards its most popular attraction that you see in all the postcards.
The Los Muertos Beach Pier, whose metal structure resembles a ship's sail. To give you an idea of the lay of the land, this is facing the direction we just came from. Very pretty. And if you keep walking along the Los Muertos Beach Pier, you'll get to see unobstructed views of the other side of Los Muertos Beach and all of the buildings up the mountain. It's a great spot for pictures. What an incredible view! Then, when you go down the back of the pier, you'll get to see some nice seascape vistas, as well as lots of people fishing, and the local fishing boats. We're not much into fishing, but it may interest some of our viewers. This does look like a spectacular spot to drop a line. You're about 100 meters out into the sea, and you have a marvelous view of the beach, the mountains, and of course the Los Muertos Beach Pier. But let's keep going and explore some more of Los Muertos Beach.
Adjacent to the pier is some more of the exquisite white sand beach with lots of umbrellas and this charming Malecon walkway. Walking along the Malecon pathway here is absolutely stunning. Love all the palm trees and lush foliage, which takes you over to this beautiful beachfront restaurant, which we'll be showing you later for the nice sunset. As you keep strolling along this narrow walkway, you'll notice these charming palapa umbrellas on both sides, which look super peaceful and relaxing.
But let's head down by the water and wander along the shore, past these hundreds of other multicolored beachfront umbrellas, so that I can feel the sand between my toes and the tropical waves against my feet. Now, isn't this paradise? Thanks, Tom, for carrying my shoes. I really appreciate it. We walked a distance down the beach, as you can tell by how far away the pier is, and the umbrellas just kept on going and going. There's definitely no shortage to choose from. After our scenic stroll down the beach, we decided to try to get an umbrella at this place called the Ritmos Beach Cafe.
It's located right next to the popular Blue Chairs Resort. We were lucky enough to get this great spot in the second row. We sat down in these free seats and enjoyed the phenomenal view. Now, we're just missing one thing. Ah, now that's perfect. Cheers! After we each had a couple of beers, it was time for a horseback ride down the beach. Just kidding. We'll use our own 2 feet and a heartbeat and enjoy the pretty walk down the beach, past the parasail, and over towards our next stop for a bite to eat.
Which is not too far from the pier. It's just up the beach from here. We had dinner reservations, so we went back to the condo, got changed, and came back during the golden hour, just before sunset, when the beach had cleared out and was much less busy. Doesn't everything look so pretty at this time of day?
We decided to try the beachfront La Palapa restaurant, which is one of the oldest restaurants on Puerto Vallarta's beach and has been in business for over 60 years. It's one of the best places to catch a beachfront sunset in this beautiful thatched roof restaurant here. Let's head across the boardwalk and go grab our table at La Palapa restaurant.
Since we made a reservation, we had to check in inside the restaurant, but we made sure to ask for a table right along the boardwalk to enjoy the phenomenal beachfront views. We got the perfect table right beside the boardwalk, directly in front of the sunset with a nice view of the pier. I started with a nice cold Corona beer, which hit the spot nicely, and Tom tried a refreshing pina colada. To start, I tried the pear salad with hibiscus, parmesan pistachios, and a champagne vinaigrette, and Tom had the beet salad with pecan, goat cheese, and agave honey. After our tasty salads, we enjoyed people watching on the boardwalk and the gorgeous views, while we made room for the next course. Next, we had the coconut shrimp with cilantro puree, mango sauce, ginger, and tropical fruit relish, as well as the mole enchiladas with duck, homemade almond mole, pickled onion, and cream and cheese. We both thoroughly enjoyed the coconut shrimp and thought that the mole enchiladas were just alright. For the main course, we shared the pork roulade with chorizo, sweet potato, pecan, mulatto pepper sauce, goat cheese, and braised vegetables, which we quite liked. After dinner, we enjoyed our drinks and the beautiful beachfront sunset view with the hanging lanterns. It's like being in a postcard or something. Whether it's during the day or for an incredible sunset, La Palapa restaurant is absolutely beautiful. And the food was pretty good too. We would definitely recommend you give it a try. But let's keep going and try some more of Puerto Vallarta's amazing food.
We'll walk past this cool looking place on our way over to our next stop, called the Blue Shrimp Restaurant, which is another amazing spot with beachfront views and tropical vibes. Here's a quick look at their menu to give you an idea of their different food options. The menu looked good to us, so we followed the hostess into the Blue Shrimp Restaurant. Love the super high vaulted ceilings and the decor. Very cool. But let's head over to the railing so that we can enjoy the beachfront views as well.
I had a nice cold Corona beer, and Tom decided to copy me. We really enjoyed the tropical vacation vibe here at the Blue Shrimp Restaurant. It's the perfect spot for a cold beer on a hot Puerto Vallarta day, with some more phenomenal oceanfront views. You can even watch the parasails going up and down all day. And there's the pier over on the left. For the appetizer, we decided to start with the guacamole, which is made fresh right at your table, in a stone bowl with huge and fresh avocados. After he gets out all of the avocado, he starts to mash it up in the stone bowl, and keeps on mashing until he's got a good consistency. Then he adds some diced tomatoes and some lime juice to the mixture, followed by some more mixing, and then he flattens out the guacamole. Lastly, he adds the serving spoon for presentation and places the stone bowl on our table. The massive serving of guacamole is also served with a few varieties of tortilla chips. We also ordered the chicken fajitas, which our waiter flamed right at our table. Loved having our lunch served with a little show. Their chicken fajitas are prepared with bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms, and come with sides of pico de gallo, guacamole, and hot sauce, as well as some hot tortillas, some rice, and some beans. Tom and I both shared the fajitas and the guacamole, and we both thought that the fajitas and the guac tasted really good, and there was more than enough to share. We had a great time at this place, and it looks like everyone else was enjoying themselves too. Thank you, sir, for the laughs. So we decided to stay a bit longer and try one of their delicious pina coladas. The Blue Shrimp Restaurant has amazing views and tasty food. We'd definitely recommend it.
Just behind the Blue Shrimp, the Malecon continues and has lots of street vendors selling all kinds of different touristy stuff. Here you can get everything from hats, sombreros, sunglasses, Puerto Vallarta clothing, artwork, and all of that kind of stuff. And just on the other side of the Malecon is this beautiful square called Lazaro Cardenas Park, which is covered in colorful hand-laid mosaic tiles and has various sculptures throughout. Love all the different vibrant designs and colors on the hand-laid mosaic tiles, covering all of the benches through the entirety of the park. What a cool concept. Even the gazebo in the middle is covered in mosaic tiles. Very cool. On Saturday, we went to check out the Los Altos Farmers Market, which changes the whole vibe in the square. It's filled with lots of vendors selling all kinds of products, from artwork and sculptures to handmade jewelry and even musical instruments. There's something for everybody here. We quite enjoyed wandering around and exploring. There are dozens of vendors here, all beautifully situated amongst the charming and colorful handcrafted mosaic tile work. And there's more vendors around every corner. Over in the middle here, we came over to our favorite section, the food section. There's a variety of food options to choose from, and right in the middle of the square, inside the gazebo, there's live music playing, which makes for quite a lovely atmosphere. Come on, let's go check out some of the food they're making. This friendly bunch was selling choripan and torta, which smelled wonderful. And this place over here with the line was selling misiote and tacos. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. We didn't try them, but I sure wish we did. They do look tasty. Love how they make the tortillas fresh like that. The Los Altos Market also had various vendors selling nuts, assorted kinds of fresh tropical fruits, which look very tasty, as well as fruit juices, and different kinds of empanadas, tamales, and more. It's definitely worth the time to check it out.
Next, we walked back over to the Malecon to explore some more of the beautifully landscaped pathway, running alongside the pristine white sand beaches. I think we ended up walking along this section of the Malecon every day since it was so picturesque. Love all the palm trees and the pretty flowers and foliage running all the way along the sides. A little bit further down the Malecon, we even saw some people playing beach volleyball. But let's keep going and make our way up the Kawali River Bridge to give you some more ideas on what to do on your trip to Puerto Vallarta. If you turn right about halfway along the bridge and go down the set of stairs, you'll find this nicely manicured area. And if you keep walking along the pathway, you'll find the Kawali Island Flea Market, nestled amongst the humongous trees and lush green foliage. It's filled with all kinds of different vendors selling an assortment of colorful touristy products and clothing. You can even get some wrestling masks or some hammocks if you want. But we just went and enjoyed the lovely stroll with all the tropical greenery and the colorful hanging banners above. The vendors seem to just keep on going and going. What a wonderful walkway. It's a great spot for your Instagram photos. Mixed in with the Kawali Island Flea Market, you'll even find these alien-looking rubber trees and this cool skeleton guy.
If you keep walking along, you'll find even more vendors and hanging banners. But we just live out of a couple of suitcases and don't need any souvenirs. So let's get going. Past this beautiful flower-adorned pergola and back over to the Malecon so we can grab some more food. We're going to try a place just on the other side of the bridge. The restaurant is called Zolo Maiz Agave Chile and it has this patio out front. We followed the host over to our table so that we could try their Mexican cuisine.
I started with a mango daiquiri, which was tasty. Before our food arrived, they brought out this complimentary tostada with a few sauces, which tasted great. Then Tom ordered another pina colada, which was also tasty. For the mains, we shared the shrimp tacos served with handmade corn tortillas, avocado, and purple coleslaw, as well as the fish pescadillas, which were crispy and delicious. And lastly, the torta ajagoda, which is crispy barrotes stuffed with pork cooked for 16 hours with a large side cup of habanero ranchera sauce to drench it in, and some onion and cilantro. The shrimp tacos were good, but the star of the show was the fish pescadillas. If you can only get one thing here, we would recommend those, as well as a couple of drinks.
After that lovely meal at Zolo, it was time to check out some more of the Malecon. As you keep walking down the Malecon, you'll find an assortment of vendors selling all kinds of foods like homemade ice cream, crepes, desserts, fresh fruit, and various types of Mexican specialties, standing beside different kinds of sculptures, like these spiky ones here. The vendors just seem to keep on going and going, so it definitely makes for an interesting and mouth-watering afternoon stroll beside the water. But let's keep going and check out what else there is around the corner.
Just beside the Los Arcos stone arches, there are these giant rocking horses, which are fun for both adults and kids alike. Giddy up, yeehaw! And if you keep walking past the rocking horses, you'll find this nice promenade. The busiest attraction of which is the iconic Puerto Vallarta letter sign, which also has a cool seahorse monument in the middle. It always seems to be busy, so you have to get in line for your turn to take a picture. Or, if you're in a hurry, you can stand off to the side and get a partial picture of the sign. Not sure what happened, but this looks much further away than we actually were.
After you get your picture with the Puerto Vallarta letter sign, you can keep walking along the beautiful waterfront Malecon pathway to find lots more examples of creative sculptures and artwork. Not too much further along, you'll find this cool sculpture crafted out of sand. I think he's keeping the sculpture wet so that it doesn't crumble in the sun.
Continuing on, you'll find this beautifully landscaped area lined with tropical plants. It also has more shops and restaurants running along its length. This was such a pleasant area of the Malecon to walk through. Great water views, lots of lush green vegetation, and a nice stone pathway. Very pretty.
This ladder sculpture also looks pretty neat, but let's keep going and check out some more of the waterfront artwork. Not much further down the Malecon, you'll find these cool little rock pile sculptures covering the beach, which were made by rock balancers. And a little ways past that, you'll find these guys called the Papantla Flyers, who swing around in circles suspended upside down, hanging from a tall pole. I definitely couldn't do that. And just past the Papantla Flyers, there's this wishing well and some cool sand castles.
Heading back along the Malecon, in the direction we came from, you'll also find the Roundabout of the Sea, which features a series of chair-like bronze statues topped by various sea creatures, which you can sit on for a unique photo. And at night, this section of the Malecon transforms when the bars and nightclubs turn on their spotlights and music. That swing sure does look like fun. Now, we didn't try any of the bars or nightclubs here, but they did look interesting. The restaurants also had lots of hanging lights, which made the walk along the Malecon quite enjoyable at night too.
If you keep walking along the Malecon past the Puerto Vallarta sign, you'll find lots more street vendors surrounding the Los Arcos stone arches, where you'll also find a popular kids show. Wow, that sure is a lot of people.
On Sundays, just across the street from the Los Arcos stone arches, you can also find Dancing with the Locals in the main square, Plaza de Armas. We quite enjoyed watching and grooving alongside the talented local dancers. That sure does look like fun. Too bad I can't dance like that. But let's keep going and make our way back across the street to see what else there is to do at night along the Malecon. Around the corner from Los Arcos, the vendors lining the Malecon are all lit up.
It was quite a nice experience walking along the bustling pathway here at dusk with the sky all lit up and checking out all of the different vendors in tents, selling an assortment of tasty looking desserts, drinks, and local food options. Overall, we really enjoyed walking along and exploring the Malecon, both at night and of course during the beautiful Puerto Vallarta days.
Well, we hope that this Malecon and Los Muertos beach travel guide gave you a few ideas of what to do and where to eat for your trip to Puerto Vallarta.
We really enjoyed making today's video, and we hope you enjoyed watching it too. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on our future videos. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps our channel to grow.
And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.